Welcome back to the channel Metalheads. Today we're diving deep into one of the most unique and experimental releases from the early 2000s, LD50 by Mudvayne. Whether you know them for their chaotic live performances, their painted faces, or their brutal, complex musicianship, this debut album remains a defining moment in the evolution of new metal and progressive metal fusion. Released in August 2000, LD50 introduces the world to a band that refuses to fit into a single category. Mudvayne, composed of Chad Gray, Craig Trebet, Ryan Martinie and Matthew McDonald, called out swinging with an album that blurred the lines between groove, math metal and sheer experimental insanity. At the time, new metal was exploding, with Korn, Slipknot and Deftones dominating the scene, but Mudvayne took that sound and injected it with precision, musicianship and a deep conceptual core. This wasn't just about anger and rebellion. LD50 was about pushing the boundaries of what heavy music could be, both sonically and intellectually. From the first track, Monolith, you know you're not in for a typical new metal record. The production, handled by Garth Richardson with executive producer Sean Crahan of Slipknot, gives the album a thick, mechanical atmosphere. Every song feels like it's part of a larger organism, an industrial beast that's alive, breathing and unpredictable. Ryan Martine's bass playing is absolutely jaw-dropping. His slap-heavy jazz-influenced technique becomes a signature part of Mudvayne's sound. Craig Trebet's guitar riffs shift from brutal chunks to intricate melodies, while McDonald's drumming adds a mathematical precision that few bands in the genre could touch. And Chad Gray's vocals, he doesn't just scream, he transforms. From guttural growls to clean emotional lines, his voice becomes the bridge between chaos and clarity. What really sets LD50 apart is its conceptual backbone. The album's title refers to lethal dose 50, the amount of substance required to kill half of a test population. It's a dark scientific metaphor that reflects the record's theme: experimentation, evolution, and the toxicity of the human condition. The lyrics explore psychological dissection, transformation, and self-destruction. Tracks like Death Blooms and Nothing to Gein dive into raw human emotion, from the frustration of being misunderstood to the pain of losing loved ones. It's an album about internal chaos and the strange beauty found within suffering. Dig opens the record with a full-blown assault, a song that would become an anthem for heavy music fans and one of the most iconic Mudvayne tracks ever. Death Bloom slows things down with emotional weight, reflecting on morality and empathy. Nothing to Gein, inspired by the story of serial killer Ed Gein, shows the band's fascination with psychological darkness, not glorifying it, but analyzing it. And Cradle and Pro highlights their experimental edge, chaotic yet precise, complex yet primal. When LD50 dropped, it didn't just add to the new metal movement, it expanded it. Mudvayne proved that you could make brutal heavy music without sacrificing intelligence or technicality. The album influenced a wave of musicians who wanted more than radio-friendly riffs. They wanted meaning, musicianship and madness. And even 2 decades later, LD50 still holds up as one of the most innovative debut albums in modern metal. Aldi 50 is not just an album, it's an experience. It's challenging, cathartic, and unforgettable. It stands as a reminder that metal can be as introspective as it is aggressive, as scientific as it is emotional. If you have never listened to it at all the way through, do yourself a favor. Throw on some headphones, turn off the lights, and dive in. You're coming out changed. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into metal albums, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite Mudvayne track from Aldi 50? Until next time, keep it heavy and keep exploring the sound beneath the surface.